Which rookie day one picks met expectations? Which ones exceeded them?
Man, T-Mac hasn't. So I got to just give him overall A+. He's done a great job. If he doesn't get Rookie of the Year, man, I think he's been robbed.
With the NFL regular season now behind us, let's reveal our final report cards for every first-round pick from the 2025 NFL Draft class. Number 1, Cam Ward, C+. It's hard to fully blame Ward for a lackluster rookie year in Music City. He was sacked 55 times, more than any other quarterback. None of his pass catchers topped 560 receiving yards. No, and the Titans ranked 28th in scoring defense. Number 2, Travis Hunter, B. The Heisman Trophy winner's highly anticipated rookie year was derailed by injury. Even though the two-way phenom played just 7 games, he showed Jacksonville Jaguars fans that there is plenty to get excited about for 2026 and beyond. On offense, he caught 28 passes for 298 yards and a touchdown, meaning that he was on pace to finish with over 700 receiving yards. Defense, Hunter allowed just 9 completions on 18 targets for 106 yards and 0 touchdowns. Number 3, Abdul Carter, B+. 4 sacks and 2 forced fumbles aren't exactly eye-popping numbers, but a deeper dive into the data shows that he was actually quite a stud in New York. Carter had a pass rush win rate of 21%, 5th best among all edge rushers according to ESPN. Number 4, Will Campbell, B-. Like most rookie offensive linemen thrown into starting roles, Campbell had his fair share of growing pains. He allowed 5 sacks and committed 7 penalties per PFF. But Campbell finished with an excellent 76.1 pass blocking grade, ranking 23rd among offensive tackles. Number 5, Mason Graham, C+. Playing alongside Myles Garrett in his record-breaking season was a nice luxury for Graham, even if it meant minimal opportunities to stuff his stat sheet. Graham had 4 pass breakups and half a sack, hardly jaw-dropping, but he cracked the top 20 of ESPN's pass rush win rate among defensive tackles. Number 6, Ashton Jeanty, B. Jeanty didn't set off the fireworks as much as most folks expected, but Geno Smith was by far the worst starting quarterback in 2025, and the Raiders' pass blocking, well, it was even worse than that last Star Wars movie. Number 7, Armand Membou, C+. Membou had his fair share of rookie mistakes, as expected, but man, there sure were a lot of them. Per PFF, Membou allowed 8 sacks and committed 11 penalties on 1,045 offensive snaps. Number 8, Tedero McMillan, A+. Easily the best offensive rookie of 2025. Don't even debate with us, please and thank you. McMillan caught 70 passes for 1,014 yards and 7 touchdowns, with the last 2 marks both leading all rookies. Number 9, Kelvin Banks Jr., B. Many felt like it was a bit of a reach when New Orleans took the Texas offensive tackle with this pick. But it turns out they knew exactly what they were doing the entire time. Banks immediately emerged as a rock on the Saints O-line, forming a dynamic bookend tandem with 2024 first-rounder Talisa Fuaga. Banks allowed 5 sacks and committed 11 penalties, but was a beast in the run-blocking game with a 76.2 PFF grade. Number 10, Colston Loveland, A. Loveland wasn't really much of a factor in the first half, but he went beast mode for Ben Johnson's Chicago Bears in the second half, helping the club to its first NFC North Division crown in 7 years. The Michigan tight end caught 58 passes for 713 yards and 6 touchdowns, leading Chicago in every major receiving category. Number 11, Michael Williams, C. Williams' rookie year was limited to 9 games before he suffered a season-ending ACL tear. Before that, he was struggling to make an impact on Robert Saleh's defense, and that was problematic, as Nick Bosa and Fred Warner also suffered season-ending injuries. Won't be too harsh on Williams since, he missed the second half, but the 49ers need him to be a lot better in year 2. For 12, Tyler Booker, B+. Many were surprised when the Cowboys used another first-round pick on an offensive lineman, but Booker turned out to be one of the few positives in another lousy season for America's team. Booker graded out at 72 at PFF, the 16th best among guards. His 76.8 run-blocking grade ranked 7th. Number 13, Kenneth Grant, D-. With enough pass-blocking depth, it was a surprise when the Dolphins ignored another pressing need to take the Michigan defensive tackle. Grant was used as a rotational piece, playing 52% of Miami's defensive snaps. He had 2 sacks and finished with a 48.4 PFF grade. Number 14, Tyler Warren, A. Warren immediately emerged as a game-changing weapon in Shane Steichen's offense, and before his unfortunate season-ending injury, Daniel Jones was on his way to comeback Player of the Year honors. The Penn State tight end led all rookies with 76 receptions. 817 yards were third among first-year players too. Warren, who notched 5 TD receptions, would have pushed for 1,000 yards if Danny Dimes had just stayed healthy. Number 15, Jalen Walker, B+. Walker only played about half of Atlanta's defensive snaps and saw some playing time on special teams. Walker was rock solid with 5.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 5 tackles for a loss as a rotational player. Not too bad, given the limited playing time that he received, and thus the snap count will increase significantly in 2026. Number 16, Walter Nolan, B. Injuries limited the Arizona Cardinals rookie to just 6 games, but Nolan still made an impact in limited action, recording 2 sacks, a pair of pass breakups, and 5 tackles for a loss. All in all, pretty dang good. Number 17, Shamar Stewart, F. Stewart's rookie campaign got off to a shaky start thanks to a contract holdout that wasn't resolved until July. Then a knee injury sidelined him for half the season, limiting the Texas A&M edge rusher to just 8 games. Stewart had 1 sack and was PFF's worst-ranked edge rusher at 41.2. Number 18, Gray Zabel, A. Zabel might be the most overlooked rookie of the 2025 season. Zabel had a ridiculous 83% run block win rate. That was number 1 for all interior offensive linemen according to ESPN. Number 19, Emeka Egbuka, A-. Egbuka played like an all-pro in the first half of his rookie year, but he hit a bit of a cold streak down the stretch and was hardly noticeable. Otherwise, this would be a very easy A+. Egbuka caught 63 passes for 938 yards and 6 touchdowns. A tremendous stat line, yes, but he had 0 touchdowns over the last 8 games and only exceeded 45 yards once. Number 20, Jahdae Barron, C. Since the Denver Broncos boast a lights-out defense, they didn't have to rush Barron into the pros. He only started 5 games and saw 34% of the team's defensive snaps, taking their time in developing him, and you know, that's okay. Barron had 5 pass breakups and 1 interception, but he allowed 3 touchdowns in coverage and a 98.8 passer rating per Pro Football Reference. For 21, Derek Harmon, C. The Steelers made a bunch of win-now moves with Aaron Rodgers coming aboard, so taking another defensive lineman was a bit of a head-scratcher. Harmon's got time to prove the doubters wrong, but his rookie season left a lot to be desired. In 12 games, Harmon had 3 sacks and 1 fumble recovery. He finished with a 53.3 PFF grade. Number 22, Omarion Hampton, B+. Hampton missed 8 games to injury, which was especially unfortunate with Najee Harris suffering a torn Achilles in Week 3. But Hampton was a difference maker in the 9 games that he suited up for. Hampton had 545 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns, a pace of over 1,000 rushing yards in a 17-game season. For 23, Matthew Golden, D. The Packers made a giant portion of the fan base very happy when they finally used a first-round pick on a receiver for the first time since 2003. I think it's too early to call him a bust, but man, Golden's rookie year was certainly a letdown. Golden caught just 29 passes for 361 yards and 0 touchdowns. Number 24, Donovan Jackson, B+. The Ohio State product allowed just 2 sacks on 468 pass blocking snaps, but it was his work in the run blocking game that really stood out. Jackson finished 5th in ESPN's run block win rate among interior linemen at 77%. Number 25, Jackson Dart, A. He lost top receiver Malik Neighbors and running back Cam Scatterbo to season-ending injuries. Head coach Brian Dable was fired midway through the year. Dart's pass protection was absolutely horrendous. And yet, the Ole Miss QB turned in a phenomenal rookie year in very difficult circumstances. Dart completed 63.7% of pass attempts for 2,272 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 487 rushing yards, 9 rushing scores, and a 91.7 passer rating. Number 26, James Pierce Jr., A+. Pierce had a sluggish start to his young career, and fans were already calling the Falcons' trade-up a failure. I mean, it did look like they'd give up a top 10 pick to the Rams there for a good while. But Pierce played like an all-pro in the second half, finishing the year with 10.5 sacks, 5 pass breakups, and a forced fumble. Number 27, Malachi Starks, C+. The Baltimore Ravens defense cost them a playoff spot and played a significant role in John Harbaugh's firing. But hey, don't blame Starks, who overcame a sloppy start to become a stud do-it-all playmaker down the stretch. Starks had 2 picks and 9 pass breakups. He had his struggles in pass coverage, but was one of the top safeties in run defense. Number 28, Tyreek Williams, C. Williams started 10 of Detroit's 17 games, but he wasn't able to make the type of impact a team in win-now mode would have really liked. He had 4 pass breakups and 1 sack, but had a very meh PFF grade of 62.6. Number 29, Josh Connerly Jr., D. The best thing that we can say about Connerly's rookie year is that, well, it can't go any worse in 2026. Connerly might not have struggled as much if Jaden Daniels had been healthy the entire year, but look, bottom line is that the Washington Commanders' O-line struggled mightily in pass protection. Connerly committed a whopping 13 penalties and allowed 8 sacks per PFF. That is just not going to cut it in the pros. Number 30, Maxwell Hairston, B+. Missing 6 games to injury did absolutely nothing to stop him from making a notable impact on the field. He had 2 interceptions and 5 pass breakups, allowing just a 79.2 passer rating when targeted. Brandon Beane's latest draft classes have left a lot to be desired. But you know, Hairston already looks like a star in the making. Number 31, Jihad Campbell, B. The highly touted Alabama product was one of those good at everything, great at nothing linebackers in his rookie year. Nothing especially stood out in Campbell's rookie year here. He had 1 pick, 3 pass breakups, and a forced fumble. Number 32, Josh Simmons, B. Injury woes limited Simmons to 8 games for a banged-up Kansas City Chiefs team. Though he committed 8 penalties and allowed 2 sacks, his 75.5 pass blocking grade ranked Simmons in the top 25 for tackles at PFF. But hey, who do you think was the best NFL rookie in 2025? Who do you think was the worst? Do you agree with our grades here? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, then hey, clicking that like button helps us out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.